Now, we have reached our final game here on the show this week. San Diego State and Air Force. Air Force 11-point home favorites, 42.5 being the total in this game. San Diego State now at a very disappointing 2-3. I've talked many weeks on this show about how this program is just declining with Brady Hoke. At some point, you got to pull the plug and make a change. It can't continue. This used to be one of the dominant programs in the Mountain West, and it's fallen on hard times. Defense is just ridiculously bad. This used to be this San Diego State team for years. Run the football, play great defense, and they're not running the football anywhere close to as good, and they've forgotten how to play defense. I mean, Boise went up and down the field against them. 34-31 loss last Friday night at home against Boise. Now you got to go on the road and face this Air Force triple option. That being said, I'll say this. San Diego State's actually matched up well with Air Force. San Diego State had beaten them 9 straight times until last year when Air Force finally got the better of San Diego State, winning 13-3. But it was a struggle. You know, San Diego State's run defense kept that triple option. Well, it was definitely a full triple option last year for Air Force. Now it's a hybrid triple option because cut blocking's been outlawed, but still a run-heavy offense. And when you look at the San Diego State run defense this year, that's what's been disheartening. They have been built on stopping the run, the strength of the team, and this year they're giving up 164.4 rushing yards per game, 5.2 rushing yards per play on against the run. That's not good. They have been just dreadful against the run. Nowhere near what we've seen from San Diego State teams in years past. I would only lay the points, personally. Air Force at home. We know that's a strong home field there, Colorado Springs. We know what they did the last home game that they played there. They destroyed Utah State. It wasn't even a game. It was over at halftime. I don't trust San Diego State. I haven't had a San Diego State ticket in my pocket. Actually, last week I did have a small bit of.
They backdoored. Yeah, I mean, late. They got that late touchdown. Yeah.
7-point home dogs, and I didn't trust Boise State as a touchdown road favorite. It was every bit, I don't trust Boise as a road favorite as I want to endorse San Diego State. This week, I do not want to endorse San Diego State, not in this matchup, not on the road against a run defense that has fallen apart, with a run defense, I should say, that has fallen apart, San Diego State. And that's not what you want when you're playing Air Force. What do you think here, Seaman?
Yeah, I think, just over 10, but you kind of look at Air Force's team total and just go, San Diego State does that. This is going over as well. If San Diego State can score a couple touchdowns, this is going over this number. I thought it was just too light here at around 42 and that, depending where you look, 43. Their games have just gone over. Either their offenses, last week, San Jose, it was, I think, a similar in the mid-40s, right? And that went way over, had a big second half warm out. So I think this can get over. The total's just a little light. And, I'd look at Air Force team total here.
You know what's funny is San Diego State went from running the ball and stopping the run, and now they can't run the football, and now they can't stop the run. They can't
stop the run, and they're trying to throw it, and it's okay. But then he throws interceptions.
Jalen Maiden.
So it's Maiden,
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Not good recipe.
That guy. You look at, holy fuck, he's a big guy for a quarterback, Jalen Maiden. He looks like he's got that linebacker build to him, yet he's playing quarterback. But he's still a work in progress throwing the ball. But they are trying to throw the ball. Go back to what Ryan Lindley, the new offensive coordinator and former San Diego State quarterback, said before the season. We want to throw the ball more. And the one thing about Air Force, and I've said this for years, if you're going to try to score against Air Force, it's going to be in the passing game. And that's what Chevin Cordero did. Any point San Jose State got against Air Force last week was through the air with Cordero. If you're going to score against Air Force, it'll be the passing game. So I think you're right. I think this total could just creep over. I mean, it's 42, and they are throwing the ball more, San Diego State. They're not that dead nuts under team, San Diego State, like they used to be. And look at last week's game, 65 points between them and Boise State. So, yeah, I'm kind of with you, C-Mac, and seeing that this total, 42, might be just a little low here.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, Maiden was good last week with that backdoor cover. Like, he didn't have a pick when in those first few games. That's where, like, UCLA, he had multiple interceptions. I mean, what did he go? I think he had 241 here. 241's a TD, and he ran for 85. So I think they could get a little as well. Get over.
All right, there it is. That's the college football slate